Denver camp, coming at you with another weekly sit down. And before we start, we want to give all praise, all honor, all glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kwadash.
And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So we're going to go into a couple of different topics, but the main title of this lesson is going to be, there's a promise at the end of all this, man. Because as you know, we're getting ready to go through a great time of persecution, a trial of our faith, and the collapse of a society, man, the collapse of an era to usher in the kingdom. And always remember, man, there's a reward at the end of this straight gate, man. All right? And I want to start with Revelation 12, and he said, verse 10.
I got you. Revelation 12 and 10, it reads, "And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying," it's like it, Revelation 12 and 10, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night."
Yeah, man, and the accuser of the brethren is none other than Esau Edom. All right? The so-called white man. You see that a lot in the news as of recently, man.
I was about to say that.
You know what I'm saying? If you've been paying attention to the news and the recent happenings, this damn devil is trying to bring forth the scientific racism and his statistics.
Trying to play the victim.
Yeah, man. And that's part of the persecution. But guess what? The accuser of the brethren being the Israelites, 12 tribes, is going to be cast down at the end of all this. So there's a benefit in seeing that, seeing the downfall of our enemies.
Finally watching it happen, man. We were watching the pages, the words on the pages come to life. You know, that cup being taken from us and given to Esau. It's finally happening, man.
And that's worth going through the suffering just to see that. You know what I mean? To finally see these bastards get taken down, man.
Yes, sir. So back in Revelation 12 and 11, it says, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death."
So yeah, man, the elect are going to overcome Esau, his beast system, all his traps and snares he's laid for us through the blood of the Lamb, being Yahweh Shai. All right? And it says, they love not their lives to the death, meaning we don't love our lives here in this society. This is a wicked world that we live in. So, I mean, Esau can't bribe the elect. You know what I'm saying? He can't pay off the elect to bow down and bow the knee, man. So when we go through these different things, just understand that, hey, we never really had a real life here any fucking way. All right, everything is tainted here, man. Somebody get Micah 2 and 10.
It also tells us in 2 Ezra 16, man, we have to be as pilgrims on the earth, meaning you have to adopt that mindset of nothing here is forever. Everything is temporary, and it tells us that multiple times in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? We know and understand the kingdom coming, but for that to be fully fulfilled, what has to happen? America has to be dissolved, man. You see?
Yep. This is Micah 2 and 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction."
That's right, man. This whole entire system was set up to destroy us, man. Starting with the Israelite man. You see? It's set up to destroy your mind, you know what I'm saying, your body, you know, and everything else, man, around you.
Your families, your kids, your women, you know, everything.
Everything here is tainted, man. This is not the rest that the Most High promised unto his people, man. And for all you Israelites out there that believe in that, man, you're not in the right spirit. You see, because once again, like the brother said, man, everything here is fucking defiled. Every aspect of society.
Everything, man.
And especially amongst the Israelites, man. Everything for us is being defiled and tainted because it's being given unto us by our enemies, man. You see, they're not going to give us anything that's going to uplift our people and for their betterment. You see, that's why they're trying to pull us back into the darkness of Christianity and these false religions, man. You see?
This is the land of our captivity, man. This is a punishment. And it's coming to an end, man. That's the good thing about this, man. It's coming to an end.
Is this wearing us out? Like it tells you in Daniel 7 and 25. This place wears out the saints, man.
Somebody get that. Daniel 7:25.
7:25, yeah.
I got you. This is Daniel. You know something? This is Daniel 7 and 25. It says, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change the times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of time. You got it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's what this devil does. He's already, he changes the times, he changes, the calendar, all the, he changes everything. And also the main point we were bringing out, he wears out the saints, man. This place, you're vexed if you're in this knowledge and this truth. We learn, what is it, Ecclesiastes 1:18. The more as you grow in wisdom, the more. Let me grab it so I don't butcher it.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes.
And this man has spoken nothing but blasphemies against the Most High, even in his actions, with this whole transhumanism thing.
Everything he's doing,
right here,
as it says right here in Daniel 7:25. He's changing all the ways that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has set up for us to actually be fruitful, multiply, and live a long life. This devil has completely upside down everything, man.
Yep.
From the way we keep times, to the way the water's filtrated, to the way we breathe, all this bullshit we breathe in there.
From the way you operate as a man, from where the women operate, from where the food is grown, the whole creation of the Most High is tainted because of this man.
Yep. To the way judgment goes out.
Yep.
Yep. And at times, then in the day, and it goes into
Even
the Shabbats. Even the Shabbats, was he? That's why IUIC is over there keeping the Shabbat wrong
because they following
this
that
man changed it.
Yep.
But the true prophets, the true servants, through the Spirit, we're gonna know the actual times because we know that's dictated by the moon. But this is the point I was wanting to bring out because it wears out the saints. We're worn out here in this place. Ecclesiastes 1:18, it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow."
So yeah, the more you know, the more the Lord opens your eyes up to where you actually are at, the more sorrow it brings. You know what I'm saying? And we're men checked in the spirit because of that. But at the same time, man, we gotta continue to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because once we get through this shit, man, it's gonna be like it never happened, man.
Yeah. Our short affliction and the glory can't compare.
But yeah, man, and the thing is, once you come into the true understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you see how this thing is operating and working, it vexes you. One of the brothers sent something to the chat, one of the other chats, about oh man, where is it?
I sent one like that. I don't know if it was
You still want me to hold Micah 7 and 9? And Haggai 1:6.
But it was just going into your money is taxed, and then after they tax your money, everything that you buy is taxed.
Pay taxes.
And if you own property, they taking taxes out of everything that you already bought with the money that was already taxed. It just shows you that it's hell at every angle in this place, man. This ain't the rest. And this is why we're going so hard in the spirit and so fervent for the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to be done, because the Most High is coming to correct all this, man, because it was never meant for the human experience to be this way, man. You see, this is fucking complete hell, especially for the Israelite man first and foremost, man. We are the top men on the earth, but we are just kept at these fucking jobs working 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day just to barely get by, man. This is not life. You see? This is madness, man.
And I was meditating on it at my job today, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, damn, man, this ain't it, man.
Oh, this is it right here. It says what? The biggest scam in life: paying taxes on the money you make, paying taxes on the money you spend, and paying taxes on the things you own that you already paid taxes on with already taxed money.
Yeah, because that one's going a little bit viral on Instagram and stuff like that. Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's what it is, man. And that just shows this is hell, but you got niggas that still fighting and clawing for this system to continue. The Most High ain't never told you to be taxed, what, 3-4 times? Give you 10% and that's it, man. You see, but this devil and his greed, he's causing hell on the people. You know?
There was one also that showed up. I don't know, I forgot to share it, or I seen it somewhere, where it said like back in Egypt we were being taxed like 20% or whatever. And it was showing just how like America's following the same footsteps of overtaxing and stuff like that.
Spiritual Egypt.
Yep.
You see?
Yeah, and it's all by design too, because these devils, you know, the pricing to live and rent a place or buy a place,
Crazy.
it constantly increasing, but your wages don't increase. You see, so that's why there's so many homeless people in Babylon.
And guess who's
You
feeling
know?
that? Who's at the forefront of feeling all that, man? The Israelites are.
Yeah,
All the tribes. You see?
we're under the curses.
Yep, they make laws to where you only can have so many people living in a house, and who does that affect? Jake, because that's customs of us living together, you know. But Esau wants it to where you have your children and you kick them out the house at a certain age and tell them go fuck off. And then what they do in their society, they send the elderlies to those homes, you know,
To be mistreated
But in our cultures, it was never like that, man.
Yeah.
We would take care of the young and the elderly, man.
And then
Provide.
In the ancient times, man, you were of a certain age, man, you would have a trade, you know what I'm saying? You would be set to take care of yourself, man, and start a family on your own, man.
And not even in ancient times, you could go back 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. In our children, you know, if you look back, the children were raised up with their fathers and they were taken after it. You could go back and look down south. And when you go into Mexico, Central South America, what was going on? These kids weren't going into school. They're taking care of the lands, helping the dad and the mom out at school. All of the children were, man.
To keep that land, that property in the family, man. Keep that trade going.
God.
See, that's why you got families that's renowned for making tequila because it was passed down from generation to generation. You see, stonemasons. You got the who the people that work with the horses. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Question.
No, they breed the horses because that was their trade. They was raised up in horse groomers or trainers or something like that. See, all these things are learned and passed down, but this is our system here. Esau wants you to go into this scam of college to rack up all this motherfucking debt. You see, to rack up all the debt and get a job that you can't even, that ain't got nothing to do with your degree. And now here we are with Esau coming down with great wrath. He's asking for all that student loan money back, man. You see, and he's about to forcibly take it out of your checks, right along with the other taxes that already been taken out of your checks before you even touch your check.
And then add inflation to all that stuff, you know? Hey, through the Spirit, what the Lord has revealed to me, because I deal with financials now with people that I help them get a credit card at my gig, and they got to disclose their financials. And what I realized is the Social Security, the money that the majority of these elderly people that are retired ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They're getting paid like anywhere from $15,000 a year to like 22, 23,000 if it's a. So, and most of these people are Jake. You know, they tell me, "Oh, I'm on a fixed income." You know?
Then that's if they allow you to get the shit.
God.
So you see what they did with the pensions at the start of the pandemic. They took the pensions away. Dudes, people working at these jobs 20, 30, 40 years just to get to retirement for them to tell you, "Oh, ain't no more pension." I would snap too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thinking that you got this nest egg of money set up and set aside for when you finish working that you can goddamn kick back for a little bit and for you not to have it.
God.
This is hell, man.
Oh yeah, and if I can, another thing about this place is, you know, there was a brother who used to be in the camp, and he had mentioned it, and it stuck with me. He would travel a few times to different countries, and then he had people coming here to see him that was from a different outside countries. Even in third world countries, they noticed that they said, you know what, America, Babylon is the only place where your elderly, they still got to work.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They got, even though they get the Social Security and whatever benefits they get, this, like, you go to Walmart, who's working the doors?
So grandma working at Walmart,
80-year-old ladies. She got to still got, because her Social Security ain't paying all her bills, man.
With a fucking oxygen tank at the door. Welcome to Walmart.
Yeah.
You know what? I seen that shit today, man. At the job, I seen an older Jake man wrangling the carts.
This shit sad.
Yeah.
Man. And guess what?
Yeah.
If this place was allowed to go on for another 50 to 100 years, it'd get even worse, man. So for you to do somebody got another 20, 30 years or another 1,000 years, what the fuck are you looking forward to? This shit is about to be fucking dystopia, man. Yeah. This shit ain't gonna get no better. You see, it's gonna be like Bowser's Kingdom in that Super Mario movie, the live action one. I was fucking dirt and grime every way. Or like on the Fifth Element, they had to burn all the trash and shit.
Yep.
That's what it's coming to in America, man. If it was allowed to continue on.
Let me get you this. This is Matthew 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And that's it. As the brother said, if we were to go 50, 100 years, we don't see it, bro. Like everybody's noticing. I just sent that clip to the group chat where prior to 2020, everybody's saying that it felt like time was slow, and now everything's speeding up.
Told you, once I get that shit on 2 times,
Yeah.
that 2 times speed on YouTube.
Everybody's feeling it, man.
Oh,
Everybody's
yeah,
feeling that time is going faster, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody from even
even little kids.
Yeah,
my
even
daughter.
little kids, bro.
My daughter says even the things fly by. Even today,
Because
I was calling grandma to tell her I'm coming to the call. She's like, oh, it's already Tuesday. She's like, she couldn't believe it, how fast this time is going.
Because back then, man, a day would seem long, man. It would really seem long.
Oh yeah,
like,
bro.
You were able to do
Kids, you
so
were looking at that
fucking
clock in the
much.
school.
Yeah,
It's like,
just
fuck,
like
this should take forever.
like how much longer? Like you would go crazy with how much time you had, but now, hey, bro, like time is going, bro. So all you that are saying that we still got 1,000 years, y'all bugged out. Y'all need to repent.
Why?
And if you don't,
Why?
destruction unto you.
Why would you want to be here for another 1,000 years? Another
Y'all
20,
take the
another
bag.
5.
That's why you're saying shit like that.
Y'all tripping.
Right. We're on the brink of nuclear war. We got 1,000 years left.
Man, hell no.
Shit, family's at the door.
Before they take all the quote unquote organic food away to give your ass bugs to eat. Like they showed you on Snowpiercer, they got them that damn bug, man. Hell, man, no. This ain't it, man.
This ain't it, man.
No matter how you cut it, America has to go, bro. It's got to go. What are you trying to hold on to, man? Once again, everything in this place is defiled. It's a fucking cesspool, man.
Yeah. This place is, debt is the new slavery. You know, they took those chains out, and that's well known. You know, when they removed those physical chains, that when they had basically that's when they created that debt. Is because hey, now they were slaves to the money system. You know.
What was it? They showed clips on how Esau tried getting some of the northern kingdom to get money, especially Gad. Like, well, you need this, so I could give you that, and he's like, well, how come we don't trade for something? Would I have something for what you have? Like, no, you need this, that way you could get it off me. He's like, why? Like that way I could give it to you as a trade. And like, you don't understand it. He's like, well, how do I get that? Well, you got to come over here and work this much time to get this, and then you could buy that.
Working all this damn hours for paper that ain't worth shit.
No, right.
You see? Come on, man.
They just drop it down.
What you got?
I just remember.
Yeah, you remember.
I got Haggai for the brother. Haggai 1 and 5. It says, now therefore, thus saith Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
Hey, man, and I don't know if y'all know. I know everybody probably feeling it, but they upping the workload at work, so the pay ain't going up. So you working harder to get the same check, just to get the check, and on payday, shit halfway gone already.
You be looking at your check, you be like, oh shit, you feel like you have some money there. Then by the time things happen,
pay them bills.
It's like shit.
Like, God damn.
You know?
Hey, remember that happened to me with my last paycheck.
Oh yeah.
I thought I had fucking money. I'm over here fucking for a whole fucking week, fucking stressing out. Like, oh fuck, like damn. I thought I had some extra money because shit didn't go.
It's always something.
Yeah, bro. Like sitting there, like next thing I know, I was like, damn it. I was like, I forgot. Things didn't clear out the way they should have. It is what it is.
Con.
Yeah, I know. That's like.
So you got kids too, you know, out of nowhere, you know, because the kids have phones now. I got daughters. My daughter just last week, you know, I'm expecting to have a little bit of leeway here with the checks. Oh yeah, I need to get a new phone. You got to buy a new phone. Then you get another dollar.
And then-
oh, they need some money sent to them in a different state and,
And then,
whatnot.
and then,
Never ends, bro.
well, why don't you just get a better job? Well, you can get a better job, but guess what? Shit's still gonna be going up. Shit's still gonna be more
Just
expensive.
because you get a better job, that don't mean shit. The more money you make, the more taxes they fucking take.
So it really don't. No matter how you cut it, once again, this shit gotta go. You could get a job with a bigger bag, but guess what? They gonna take more out of it. You know what I'm saying? Now if Esau followed the 10% rule, how the Most High has it for the tributary, you know what I'm saying? Your check might be decent, but Esau taking state, federal, social, 501.
Child support, alimony.
Good Lord.
And honestly,
because not a lot of brothers have that, but yeah.
Before you even touch the money that you worked all week or 2 weeks or a month for, this man that had his hand in your pocket 4-5 times already, man.
And don't get it twisted. Brothers are not like eating out of trash cans and shit like that. We're not dirt poor, you know. We just making a point that, you know, it's all Babylon, you know, and it's at the end of the day, it's Yahweh who's putting us through these tribal trials and tribulations.
We realists, man. We realists. We're dealing with the reality of it, man. We're not living in a delusion like the majority of our people are, man. Because they are crying, complaining about these things, but they don't have any answers. All they can say, we got to get Trump out of the White House, man. It's bigger than that.
Way bigger.
We got to get Esau off the throne.
And
That's the fucking.
And it starts with what? It starts with you getting your household in order, getting yourself in order, doing that what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has commanded you to do. That's where it starts off at. Repenting, turning back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Acknowledging that we went off, acknowledging that we need Yahushua because we broke that covenant.
But Jake's so proud, they don't want to do that. You seen the fucking y'all Israelites come up to the camp, and they were proud, bro. Last week, they was proud.
Even their women, huh?
They were proud of shit. They don't feel like they done nothing wrong. They don't feel like they need to receive a punishment for anything, man. And that's the majority of our people. When we know, we are here because we sinned and broke the Most High's covenant. So everything that we're suffering through now is the consequences of being disobedient toward the Most High. So what can we do to get out of this situation? Turn back to the Most High through faith in Yahweh Shai. That's what we're supposed to be doing, man. In hopes of being delivered up out of this place to be finally entered into that rest, man. What's up?
I got one real quick. Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, our power.
And you got all these niggas raising up. You got this new nigga with the Jewish curl coming out of nowhere. The other Menachem been doing videos on. He's talking about why we're not the Hebrew Israelites and the 1948ers are. But you don't see the 1948ers subject to payments.
Right.
They own all the industries. They like the elder said, if you got diamonds, you're gonna take them to Finkelstein. You're not gonna take them to Pookie and Ray Ray on the corner.
Yeah.
You're gonna take them to Goldstein or Goldsmith or Shiverstein or whatever Stein.
Hey,
Cohen.
Cohen, right?
Hey, you go to these fucking gold places right here, down on Broadway. You go down to Littleton. You go down over here to Wheat Ridge. Everywhere where you buy silver and gold.
This the precious
Who's
metal
there?
right here.
Who's there? You brothers already know. Nothing but Amalek. Amalek's in there. Yup. And guess what? When you walk in, guess what? First thing you're gonna notice is someone with a strap right in there. Ready to make sure nobody steals from that Amalek, man.
Man, we're the ones that subject to payment, man. You look at your gross pay to your final, like, god damn, nigga.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, all three shops on Broadway, right there by the Sam's, all of them. They're all 48ers.
Is that a coincidence? I think
not. Because they own all the industries, man. They own the precious metal industry, the precious stone industry, which is really not precious stone. Them diamonds ain't worth a damn.
No, yeah.
You see, they got the real shit in the back, the real precious stones. They just fooled you niggas with this sparkly shit, which ain't worth nothing. They showed you vaults and vaults and vaults of fucking diamonds they got. They talking about they limit the circulation of them to make it seem like they're rare. And you niggas still up here buying all these dumbass chains, man. You see? That shit ain't nothing. And they own the entertainment, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, the goddamn the banks, the movies. You see, all the gaming companies. You see? All the porn sites are run by the 1948ers, man. All this money flowing through the earth, the international and all the central banks are owned by the 48ers, man.
And they show you that in that movie with Dewey Cox. It's a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
They show you that. Everybody's like, "Don't you know?" It's like it's a comedy. It's a pretty funny movie. Dewey Cox, but he talks about in that movie. They keep showing these random 48ers in the movie.
He was in the music industry, right?
He's like, don't you know those guys that run the music? And they go shift the camera, show a bunch of 48ers.
Hey, Def Jam, Capital, Aftermath, motherfucking Giffen, Jive, Bad Boy. You see, all that shit is owned by the 1948ers, man. You niggas got to go in there and shuck and jive on tables, and they showed you that shit about 10 years ago. Bobby Schmurder on a fucking meeting room table, shucking and driving for a room full of goddamn 1948ers, man. You see, it shows us, man. We're still this day in our captivity, and we're still subject to payments, man. We're still subject to these people over us, man.
If you go deep into it, if you like going deep into stuff like that, you go down to the food. Everything with the logos on there, it's a different family of 48ers that are getting the taxes off that fucking food they're buying.
And then it all goes back to BlackRock, all type of shit that's owned by the 48ers, man.
Yep.
Before you talking about.
Hey, Job 9:24.
Come on, man.
You know.
So the only answer is Yahweh Shai coming to take this man out of power. Like we said earlier, it's bigger than Trump being moved out of the White House. It's bigger than that. The elite of the world have to be taken down, man. These international bankers, they have to be taken the fuck down, and that's what Yahweh Shai is coming to do, to usher in that kingdom and dwell of righteousness, man, so we can finally have that rest in righteousness.
Shit. All these nations got to be taken down.
That too.
Yeah.
They got to go.
Can I grab this real quick? This is Psalm 73 and 2. It says, but as for me, Psalm 73 and 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Yep.
For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Living it up, man. Hey, what was I? I was out there doing some sprints earlier, and these niggas is at the golf course.
On Tuesday.
Oh, we've done work.
Yeah.
The crack of motherfucking dawn, we up.
Working at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and what they out there, goddamn, with their breakfast.
Out there at the tee box, no cares. You see?
Oh, bro, you got Iskar working 7 days a week, some of it. You know?
And that's what we were. Shit, that was like during the week. It wasn't even on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a random Wednesday or some shit. You see?
And them same dudes that have those days off, you know, all this time off, are the same ones that they have money. Their bags aren't with holes in them. You know? People working massive hours and still can barely make it.
They know how to finesse the system, man. You go on to some of these YouTube financial shorts. So the worst thing somebody can do is buy a car flat cash, and they just go into the process of how you're supposed to take the capital, put it in the bank, then you go and get the loan on the capital, then you go take the loan from the capital and take it to the thing. Like he was all like, God damn. He's like, but you did all that. And that money that you put in the bank is still there. You ain't even touch it. And now you just like, bro, Esau got this shit down pat because this is his system, man.
It's fraudulent, man.
Jake trying to catch up after 400 years.
He can't. Esau is living right now in his blessing.
Fullness of it.
Right. And it goes even beyond that 400 years, man.
Yep.
It's based that old money, they call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all these different captivities we've been in, man. These heathen nations have thrived on Jake, devoured us, you know?
I guess it's around 10 and 8.
No, Ecclesiastes 10 and 7.
Oh, sorry. Ecclesiastes 10 and 7, it says,
oh, yeah.
I have seen servants upon the horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
So that's talking about the servants being on the horses. It's talking about the heathen mainly being Esau, Edom, in a position of power. Right? Because, you seen in slavery times, you seen the slave owner, the slave master on the horse while the slaves were on ground, man. And that's how they got us right now in this society, man.
What was it, like 2-3 years ago? They had that on the news, that big controversy about that fucking those
Statue?
sheriffs take no. It was those
Oh.
in Texas. The big controversy all over the news because the sheriffs were walking into town with these fucking
Whips.
with these jakes,
Yeah.
handcuffs, with whatever, pulling them with the horse.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that a couple years ago. Yeah, that shows you, man. Esau's in his power, and we're the real owners of this place, man. We're the judges and the kings of the earth. And it's upside down right now. Why the hell would you want to continue on in this place? So as this place continues to collapse, with the wisdom and knowledge that we have, knowing that we're the Israelites, we're the sons of the Most High, all right, through Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to be afflicted like the rest of these people. So we're going to have the spirit to continue on, man, to get through this. So the Lord can get us back in that rightful position. We got to go through it to get to it.
Yep.
You see?
Because let me make this point. Because the thing is, our hope is not set on this place continuing. So when this place collapses, all these people's hopes are going to be shattered because they have nothing else to hope in because they don't know what's next. See, us, we know what's next. So our hope is going to continue to increase in the times we're coming into because we know that the kingdom is coming directly after this, man. You see? What's up?
Let me get this from the comment board, Baba Kashad. This is the brother Spiritual Arc 144K.
Shalom.
Shalom.
This is 2 Corinthians 4:16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So basically, as the brothers are talking about it, our hope is not here in this society, in this kingdom. We know that we're at the bottom. We know we're serving our punishment, all right, that was sent upon us, all right? And guess what? After we go through this punishment, and if we are part of those elect that have their names written in the book of life, guess what? We are going to be the first ones to see the kingdom that was promised unto us.
Because unlike the rebels of our people, man, we're not fighting against the will of the Most High. They're kicking against the pricks. See, we fully accepted that this is the will of the Most High. We fully accepted that we're being punished for our sins, man, and that makes it easier to deal with.
2 and 10, 7-9. Okay.
You see, it makes it easier for us to deal with it because we know that, hey, this is what the Most High required for us being disobedient. But He also promised us on the flip side that He's going to take us from this low condition and bring us into everlasting glory, beginning with us being changed and brought into that fullness of the second covenant, so we will never sin again. We will never break His laws ever again, man. And that's going to allow us to access your heart's desire forevermore. As Deuteronomy 28, 1-14, man, that's what we got coming. That's the hope that we're cleaving unto, not the hope that America's going to continue on for another 20, 30 years. That temporary bag, man. We trying to get the everlasting bag.
That's right.
You see? Shit. Wealth innumerable. Not gonna be able to put a price tag or a number on the wealth you have, man. You see, nigga, somebody counting their commas in their bank. We're not gonna be able to count the commas. That's how much we're gonna have, and it's gonna be all in righteousness, and the Most High is never gonna take it away from us, man.
Yep. So this is Micah chapter 7, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, "Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall rise. When I sit in darkness, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, because I have sinned against Him, until He plead my cause." See, I hit that one more time. It says, until He plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold His righteousness.
So yeah, man, we sin against the Lord, as we mentioned earlier. That's why we're in the predicament that we're in right now. That's why we're suffering right now, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna wait for the Lord to plead our cause, man, because He's gonna do it. That's what's prophesied to happen. You see, He's setting up this whole scenario so He can come through and justify His elect, man. You know what I mean? We gotta be patient in this suffering, man, because he's gonna come through and justify his elect. Lord willing, we're of that number. You know, our punishment is coming to an end.
That's right.
So with that mindset, you know, it gives you a little boost to get through this shit, man.
Hey man, it's another day. And we, like I said, we not destitute. We got everything that we need to have. And things that we don't have abundance of. The Most High, he throws you a bone every now and then, man. You know what I'm saying? He gives us just enough for us not to get complacent here in this place, because we could be like Nate and these other leaders. I ain't want to admit it, because I ain't trying to be like that nigga. Even if I had a hell, that nigga wild. He was wild. Fuck that.
But you see, but the thing is, when your focus is here, you don't know where that fucking mindset of fucking wanting to be here, thriving, will take you. Look at the bullshit with Diddy and all these actresses.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit's getting wild.
Look at all these dudes in the movie industries, man. Look at all these kids that come up being musicians and shit like that. That from the Disney show and shit. You know, when your mindset's focused, you really don't give a damn. When you're focused on that shit,
you have no limits.
Yeah, it's like you will fucking fall to the deepest of nastiest shit.
And we seeing Israelites do that because now they're trying to set a timeline of how long we're gonna be here. You know why? Because their mind is set on this place continuing, man. Ours is, man, fuck this. I want to see everything operate according to the order of the Most High. I want to see the Most High's will fulfilled. I don't want to see the earth in its condition forever, man. And that's all the brothers who truly believe we're in that same spirit, man. And so even though we go through our hell, we have our shortcomings, we still want this thing to be done. Because we know that that's going to be the healing for our nation once and for all, man. Right. The full healing, you know?
And no matter how much fucking money you got on this side, man, you still ain't thriving, man. It's smoke and mirrors. It's an illusion, man.
A piece of crumb. That's what you got.
And sometimes it's more of a burden, you know? You know, like what they say, more money, more problems. Yeah. Some of these people, just think about it. If you had all kind of money, you had all these, you know, material, carnal things, how much more wicked is that going to open up?
Well, we see. We look at this nigga Diddy. The whole shit opened up now. They understand airing all the shit out. That's what happens when you're fully engulfed in this place, and that dollar bill is your motherfucking guide, man. There ain't no bounds you have, especially if you ain't got no fear of the Lord, and you just got a whole bunch of fucking money, just endless resources, endless women, endless whatever business ventures. That shit'll take you down the dark path, man. You see this nigga Diddy, man, all oiled up and letting his wife getting, man. Whew. Hey, Gorilla was on that same shit. And he ain't have nearly as much as Diddy got, so that lets you know. It only takes a small amount of money, you see, some fame and fortune to change a man. And we glad that the Most High ain't got us in that position. Now, bros get paid, bros get bad. Hey, but at the end of the day, their mind ain't set on that shit being forever, man. It's just a means to an end to get us through Babylon the Great. Right. That's all it is.
I mean, like I said, you got all this money, but you can't change any laws.
Can't do shit.
You ain't got no real power, man.
Oh, what they told LeBron that time, because he thought he was talking some shit because he became a billionaire. He had this one Edomite bitch on the TV just, hey, shut up and just dribble. Right. Told LeBron that. You know what I'm saying? One of the most renowned basketball players in the history of basketball. A white woman on TV, hey, you just a nigga, dribble the ball and shut up. That's basically what she told that nigga. Give a fuck how much money you got. Sing us a song, dribble the basketball. LeBron goddamn almost 7 feet tall, and this little mini ass white bitch talking shit to you. That shows you, bro, we ain't got no power, man. Right. You see?
That shit ain't gonna be happening in the kingdom that we're talking about, man.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna have all the power. We're gonna make all. We ain't gonna make all the laws, but we're gonna establish all the laws, man.
Yep. God, this is 2 Ezra 8:1. It says, "And he answered me, saying, The Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few. Right. I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, the little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved."
So yeah, man, this world that we're in right now was created for the majority of people. All right, you know, this is Esau's world, man, and the world of the heathens. And even some of these 2/3, man, they kind of low key enjoying themselves on this side.
That's why we can't never catch a break in this motherfucking place, man, because this ain't our rest, man.
Right.
And the Most High he will show your ass every time. This ain't it. This ain't it, son. Sit your ass down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
This
really, it's supposed to be this way for the elect, for the true servants. You're supposed to be, irritated, vexed by this place. If you're not vexed and irritated, then you're not in the right spirit. You know.
Right. Let me get this right away because this is how some.
How many times y'all think a day y'all say, man, I'm so sick of this shit?
Every day,
bro.
Every day.
How many times think you like, man, I'm so tired of Babylon, bro. I'm so sick of this shit.
As soon as I wake up.
Like, God
and
damn.
it goes back to that verse in Ecclesiastes. He that increaseth in knowledge increaseth in sorrow. Because when you know the truth, man, this place fucking vexes you. If you're walking around like a zombie or these 2/3, you ain't gonna get vexed, man. You think, but these motherfuckers are suicidal and shit because they have no comforter,
And the thing is like it says right here, this world is created for many. It's created for these degenerates, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a world for fucking Transformers, Decepticons, and homos and adulterers and gangbangers.
It's crazy when these niggas get more rights and more freedom than a heterosexual Israelite man. You know this shit crazy. When being a straight Israelite man becomes you become an outcast. Bro, society fucked up at that point.
Yep. Bro, I saw this. I was at work yesterday. I seen this security guard. He's like 6'3", yoked out. Big ass white Edomite security guard. He had Pippi Longstocking down to his fucking, long ass braids with bows in his shit. It was like, what the, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, bro.
But we the problem, man.
Let me get this right away. This is Matthew before it passes. Matthew 24:48. And if the evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delay his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of it, and shall cut him asunder and appoint his portion with the hypocrites. They shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And I bring that out because that's what a lot of y'all, these 2/3 are, they're focused on just continuing on being here, man. They're not looking for the day of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They're not worried about, pushing the true gospel out. They're too focused on this world. And guess what? They're going to get what's coming unto them, man.
It's not even on their mind. It's not something they consider. Yeah. We consider this every day. See, even like the days you like, damn, I ain't doing a video today. Start getting scared, start getting nervous. Like, please, Lord, give me some inspiration. Let me start watching videos, trying to get, I got one. I'll take that one. You know what I'm saying? And knock it out, man, because we are focused on the world to come, man.
Well, with the littlest things that happen to you throughout the day, it's like you start questioning, like, hey, what I do? What am I doing? You start examining yourself, man. It could be something at your job that something happened, at the grocery store, on the way, to or from wherever you're going. Like something happened, something sparked you, and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm fucking up. I'm probably fucking up. I was like, let me prepare.
We always in that spirit of examining ourselves, man. Let me grab this real quick because we was talking about how many times, like, man, I'm so sick of this shit.
But then you got other dudes that want to sit here and be paid masters. They're more worried about being paid than preaching the true doctrine.
That's crazy. With the camp's money. That's crazy. So we was talking about, man, because even when you sigh, man, you be like, you just sitting down and you so fucking vexed. You be like, you know what I'm saying? That's a part of it because we know what's to come. And every day that is not fulfilled, it makes it like, fuck, man, how long?
Yeah, man.
How long, Lord? So Proverbs 13:12, it says, hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when desire cometh, it is a tree of life. So that's what it is, man. There's hope being deferred from day to day. It makes our mind like, fuck, man, how long? But the Most High gives us a spirit to continue to endure it, man. You see, to continue to push forward because we know it's coming eventually. Because we know and understand. I was just talking to the Lord the other day. Look, Lord, I know all your word got to be fulfilled. Hey, let's speed this thing up a little bit more. Bible get shot. Because damn, because we're truly longing for this shit to be over with so we can finally live as the Most High has created us to live, man. Just to be able to exist without all these fucking burdens and all this, You being pulled in 250 directions, man. You see, all the time your mind is plagued. It's just something going on. We want out of this shit. You see, and it's coming. Well, let me grab one more. Let me grab Lamentation 4 real quick. Lamentation 4:21, and this was put up by the brothers Spiritual Art 144K on the comment board. It says, Lamentation 4:21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and make thyself naked. And this is what's happening now. Esau is finally getting that cup shoved down his throat, man. That's why he's been exposed at every turn. That's why he's becoming despised among the nations, man. That's why he's divided everywhere you look in the earth. You see, because it's over with for this devil. You see? And it might seem like it's taking a long time to us, but in the Most High's time, this thing is coming to pass quick.
He's moving.
You see?
That's why they're over there trying to defend, this whole bullshit with the white privilege and shit and not being looked, the shit they're coming up with, man. It's just, there's a fucking science bullshit with it.
I just did a video today. Ain't no escaping it for you devils, man. You cannot
justify themselves in anything, no.
You cannot mention the nation of Edom without mentioning genocide, man. That shameful spewing has stained, you see, the entire existence of you Edomites, and there's no getting away from it. You ain't finna spin it and act as if you're the victim. No, motherfucker, you are the villain. You see that witchcraft that you use with your mainstream media, that shit is fading away because now the world is seeing you for who you truly are, and that's what the Most High said will happen here in these last days, man.
They sit there and try to act like we killing ourselves, but who created that whole environment?
Exactly, and puts the means for that shit to be propagated in our communities, generation after generation after generation. Guess who at the forefront of that? You Edomites are, man. So once again, like we started to listen with, the accuser of our brethren is being cast down, man. You see? So this is Lamentation 4:22. It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And we're in the process of that happening. We're in the process of being delivered from our captivity, and Esau's sins are being put on full display for the world to see. And it's ultimately leading to what? His judgment coming, man. Finally, this devil is going to pay. For all you weak ass niggas trying to save this man. Y'all got it.
Right, let's see here. Matter of fact, can somebody get real quick Hebrews 12, read 1 through 2. So
Hebrews 12, verse 1, it says, wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so doth easily beset us, man, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Verse 2, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before us, that was set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. Well, it is set before us too, though. That's why we following after the author of our faith, because not only was it promised to him, but it was promised to us. So that's why we're in that same spirit of what? And embodying that spirit of Yahushua, of enduring all that we need to endure for the Most High's will to be fulfilled, man. Because we know and understand what comes next. Look, man, it gets way better than America. Isaiah, one of my favorite scriptures, man. Isaiah 64:4. I have not seen, it have not heard what the Most High prepared for them that wait for him. And Yahushua understood that. And he's given us the spirit to understand that. Even though we haven't seen any of these things, we believe it and we know that it's coming. And we know, man, it's going to be infinitely better than what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has promised his sons, man. You ain't finna tell me that the Most High is going to take it one level above Babylon. Man, it's going to be way beyond anything that we've ever seen or experienced here, man.
No movie, nothing, no simulation can compare.
Come on, man. Can't even imagine it full. He can't even put words to how great it's going to be.
If a movie or a simulation looks amazing, it's gonna be 1,000 times more, infinity times more, better than that.
Hey, you read the verse 3 too.
I got verse 3. Hebrews 12:3, it says, "For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds."
So yeah, man, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, he's the son of the Most High. And he was down here amongst his creation and being shamed, you know what I'm saying, being despised by his own people, you know what I'm saying? Going through all type of different tribulations and whatnot. And we're walking a similar path, man. We can't fight in our minds, man, because we know what's next, man, if we endure unto the end. You know, go through this persecution period that we're finna go into.
Can't give up, man.
Yeah, man, this ain't it, man. Suffering's not forever. Yahweh Shai knew this. And that's why he endured what he did, man. We got to do the same thing. Somebody get 1 Timothy 6:11.
I got you. See, I'm holding it. This is First Timothy 6:11. I'll read 11 as well. This is 1 Timothy 6:11. But thou, O man of the Most High, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hath professed a good profession before many witnesses.
So yeah, man, that's what we're supposed to be doing right now. All right? We're fleeing the things of this world. We're fleeing the mindsets that we used to have when we were in the world and whatnot. We're not chasing the same things these people are chasing. We're looking after this shit here, man. All right? And we're fighting the good fight of faith, man. It's a fight, man. Every day. From the time you get your eyes up, man. Shit, you fighting demons in your sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight,
Crazy
man.
ass dreams and shit.
Yeah, man. You know, but we're gonna lay hold on eternal life because we ain't got no life
thoughts,
here, man.
you know, the thoughts you have.
Bro,
sometimes you gotta fight just the thoughts in your head, man.
Come. And the Lord called us here, man. So we gotta continue to fight, man. The Lord died for us to even be here right now, man.
Give us the ability to fight.
Shit. And we made a lot of professions amongst many witnesses as well, man. All these videos we done put up.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how I was talking cold cash shit. But we gotta stand 10 toes down for this, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't made some big proclamations, man. Now we got to stand in it and know and understand Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is gonna come through for us, man. And he promised.
That's right.
That's why we doing it so boldly. Because we know that the Heavenly Father and his son are backing us, man. We got the heavenly forces on our side. That's why we got there so bold and telling the Christians, man, fuck your Christian God. Fuck your Christian God. You know what I'm saying? And boldness, man, knowing and understanding what's true.
See,
can I grab this precept real quick?
Go ahead.
Just because in the Maccabees, this is everything we've been talking about. It brought me to remembrance about when the Maccabees, when Israel was joining making covenants with the heathen, namely the Greeks. The Maccabees were those men who were the elect, and they were standing true to our forefathers and to our Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. So this is First Maccabees 3. I'm gonna start at 42. It says, now, and this is the same spirit the brothers are in. The sincere brothers, are in this same spirit. In verse 42, it says, now when Judas and his brethren saw that miseries were multiplied because our people were making covenants with the heathen, acting like heathen. It says, and that their forces did encamp themselves in their borders, for they knew how the king had given commandment to destroy the people and to utterly abolish them. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people. And that's what it is. Right now, we're in this knowledge, we're in this truth. We see that our people are in a decayed estate. It's like it's a vexation to the men who are in this knowledge, in this truth. If you ain't studying, if you're not diligent, you ain't gonna have no idea. You're not gonna know what your mindset's supposed to be like. It says, and let us fight for our people in the sanctuary. Then was the congregation gathered together, and that's what you see with all these camps, namely GMS. Then was the congregation gathered together that they might be ready for battle, and this is a spiritual battle, first and foremost. that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion. All right, and I'm going to jump down to verse 10 in First Maccabees 4:10. It says, "Now therefore, let us cry unto heaven, if peradventure Yahweh will have mercy upon us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and destroy this host before our face this day, so that all the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel." And that's the mindset we're in. We're in spiritual battles, vexation of spirit, constantly. You know, at the end of the day, we got to just put our trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to deliver us from this place, man.
That's right, man. Suffering is not forever, man.
Khan.
And it's for the best, man. The Most High knows best, so that's why we go through what we go through. He's making us better.
Purging us.
Yeah, man. It gets tough at times, but hey, who knows better than Yahweh Shemiah? Who knows better than the Heavenly Father and Yahweh Shai, man? You know?
Hey, can somebody grab 1 Peter 1, start at verse 3?
I got you.
And now you got something?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna read down. We'll read down to 11. So if you know.
1 Peter 1 and 3.
Yep.
So this is 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 3. It says, "Blessed be the Most High and Father of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, which according to his abundant mercy hath begotten us again unto a lively hope by the resurrection of Yahweh Shai Mashiach from the dead, to an inheritance incorruptible, undefiled, and that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you."
That's what we trying to get to, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what we got coming. It's right here. It's already written, man. That's what we got coming through Yahweh Shai. An inheritance incorruptible. Everything here is corruptible, man.
Everything. Yep. So verse 5 says, "Who are kept by the power of the Most High through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time." 1 Peter 1 and 6, it says, "Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, you are in heaviness through manifold temptations."
Yep.
That, you got it.
So yeah, brothers are going through different things, man, different trials and tribulations. You know, Lord testing our faith. And it's uncomfortable, man. You see? And sometimes, you know, that heaviness, you know, creeps in. And like we said, we sign and crying and whatnot, man.
Yep.
1 Peter 1 and 7 says, "That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, whom having not seen ye love, and whom though now ye see him not, yet believing ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your souls."
There it is right there, man. We're fighting to receive the end of our faith. Though we can't see Yahweh Shai, you know, Yahweh with our carnal eyes, we know that he is, man.
That's right.
You see, we're on his path. Or he's giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the things that are going on in the world, man, through prophecy and whatnot. So we know we're on the right path. You see what I'm saying? And we're trying to finish the course, man. Receiving the salvation of our souls, the end of our faith, man.
Khan.
And let me back that up real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus, right? Because we have this because the Most High has made it known unto us. It tells us, where is it? Ecclesiasticus chapter 1. Where is it, man? Oh yeah, I see, because they did it weird in this app. So Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 1, it says, "All wisdom cometh from the Lord, and is with him forever." And that's what you have to understand. The reason we have this wisdom and this knowledge of what's to come next is because it's from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. This is not of us. This wasn't made up by us. You see, and through his son Yahweh Shai going up on that cross and ultimately being called back to the heavens, you see, he was able to send down the Holy Spirit unto us, as it tells us in Revelation 5, to allow us to know the mysteries of the Most High's will, which have been hidden from generation to generation, but now revealed unto us his saints, and his saints only here in these last days.
God, his servants, the prophets.
So we're having an understanding and knowing what the fuck you gonna give up for. Yeah, it's hard, it's tough. I mean, but like the saying in the world is, whatever is worth having is not easy to obtain, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to keep that in mind as we continue to fight in this straight gate. So back in 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 10, it says, of which salvation the prophets have inquired and searched diligently, who prophesied of the grace that should come unto you, searching what manner of time the spirit of Mashiach, which was in them, did signify, when it testified beforehand the sufferings of Mashiach and the glory that should follow.
Yeah, man, that glory's coming, man.
Oh.
That glory's coming upon the return of our Lord Yahushua. We trying to make it to that point, man.
Yeah.
So you gotta endure, man.
Yahushua ain't suffer all this for no reason, man. He did it for a purpose. You see, we're hoping to be those first fruit spirits to be entered into that glory with him on that first dominion, man. But we're gonna have to fight and trust and believe. It's a motherfucking fight, man.
Hey,
it's gonna be a fight.
Hey, it's like, can you read the 13? It was just,
Yep. 1 Peter 1 and 13, it says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. There it is. Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach.
Yeah, man, gird up the loins of your mind, man. Meaning prepare yourself, man. You know? And have that hope, man. Be sober-minded, you know what I'm saying? Be focused on the end goal. That's how you get through anything tough, man. You gotta have the vision of the end.
Yep.
The end of our faith, man. Finally getting the fuck out of here. New bodies.
One day at a time. One day at a time, man.
Yep.
That's how I got through, baby. One day at a time. They lean at the end of the count. Nope. We worry about the day. Then if we make it to tomorrow, we'll worry about tomorrow. Yahushua told us that though.
Yep. Tomorrow has enough troubles of its own.
Don't worry. Take it a day at a time. Get through the day. Do what you can today to be pleasing in the sight of the Most High, and tomorrow take care of itself if the Most High allows you to make it there. You know what I'm saying?
Matthew 6, ain't it?
Yeah, you know, the point I was trying to make is that, you know, you gotta have the end goal in mind.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, prove
and that's the end goal. Making it every day, you know what I'm saying? Making it every day to get to the ultimate prize of receiving that crown. Because I know what you're saying.
We got a couple more. We're gonna get ready to wrap this thing up. It's like already 8.
Can I grab this? I mean, it's Salaki, but I want to bring this out because do you have someone now?
Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead, because I know you've been looking.
No, go ahead.
Okay, because this Ecclesiastes 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. You know, so don't make no hasty decisions just because you're going through something. It ain't mean you got to fall out or anything like that. You just endure with this thing, because we know we're going through tribulations. The Lord's purging us of you know, this, what we got to be purged from.
That goes.
I was gonna say everything we're going through comes with the learning aspect as well. It's not, we're just not being thrown in to a lake of crocodiles, a lake of sharks, whatever you want to call it. We're not just thrown into the fire without having some kind of lesson to be learned from it. You know, everything we're going through is to purify us and for us to continue to call upon Yahweh Bashem Yahshai.
And how do you grow in wisdom, man? How do you grow in this thing? You got to go through experiences. You can't experience nothing if you never go through nothing.
Yeah, like what is Elder Apostle Gabar? He always says, when words can't teach you, adversity will.
You have to go through things to get that experience, so you can be a master at talking, not just reciting it, but actually, man, I went through this. You could actually talk about your experiences, man. That's how you grow. That's how you grow in this thing, and how you grow in this walk.
You can't comfort nobody if you ain't never been through those experiences.
Yeah,
and see, our comforter is, we got the truth. We got the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai.
What the scriptures tell us: a righteous man follows 7 times. Why is that? Because you have to get these learning experiences. You see, these life lessons by what you're going through in the truth. That doesn't give you the fucking right to say, "Oh, this is too hard," and give up. Like nigga Ringo TV. Oh, this is too hard. I can't do this no more. No, man, you fall, get your ass back up, and continue on in faith, and know that, and understand what's up.
This is where we're going into right here
Okay.
in the script. Ecclesiastes 2, and I think I stopped at 3. It says, "Cleave unto him," meaning talking about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, "and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
That's right.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, believe him, and your reward shall not fail."
Man, your reward shall not fail. So ain't no giving up, man.
Right.
And that's what comes with faith. The elect have that special ingredient within them, you know what I'm saying, to, keep moving forward, man. It's faith, man.
It ain't gonna allow them to give up. It ain't said in the story for them to give up.
God.
Whatever they gotta go through, they're gonna have to go through it, man. Loving not their lives unto death. Like we started out with that.
And you read it earlier, gird up thy loins,
Get your mind right, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the part of us going through this crash course in righteousness, man. You see, it's gonna be bumps in the road. You're not gonna, like, when you start playing football, you're not perfect at the position that you're playing. You have to go through the learning experiences, man. That's how you get better. That's what the Most High is doing with us here in this truth. Going through these learning experiences, we're not perfect. We're going through it to what? Rehearse the righteous acts to get better, to ultimately be brought into what? Perfection when Yahweh Shah comes.
So you gotta be reborn,
Mm-hmm.
take in the milk, and then move up to the meat. Learn how to crawl before you run.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly enduring,
That's right.
whatever it is in front of you, whatever it is, it has to be purged.
And know and understand, man, the greatest reward that anyone can receive is on the way. You see? Is a shit. And what, man, the Most High, the package the Most High has laid out: immortality, complete righteousness, blessings, and whatever you could ever want is on the way. We just got to continue on in this straight gate, man. You see?
What you want? Hebrews 2?
Yep, 2 and 10.
I would start at 9, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
This is Hebrews chapter 2, verse 9. "But we see Yahushai, who was made a little lower than the angels, for the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he, by the grace of power, should taste death for every man, for it became him, for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering."
You see that? Yahweh Shai is bringing many sons, all right, the men of Israel, you know what I'm saying, starting with the elect, unto glory. All right? And we're being perfected through sufferings, like our Lord Yahweh Shai was, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're a part of, man. It's not to be taken lightly. It's not to, you're not to give up when you're going through different things, man. The glory is coming if we just endure, man. And
We can get one more about Shah. It says, verse 11, "For both he that sanctified and they who are sanctified are all of one, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brother." And we shouldn't be ashamed also to go through these sufferings of being ridiculed, mocked, scoffed at, man. Whatever trial comes our way, we should know that, hey, Yahushua went through this, and this is part of our trial, this is part of our walk to enter into the kingdom.
God, it's our pathway out of this hell, man.
Yes, sir.
That we complain about all the time.
It's the only way. It's the only way.
We got one more, close it. Somebody get Psalms 84 and verse 10.
This is Psalms 84 and 10. It reads, "For a day."
You're using your phone.
Yeah, quick draw. Psalms 84.
John McGraw.
God. Start at 9. Psalms 84 and 9, it says, "Behold, O Most High, a shield, and look upon the face of thine anointed. Verse 10. For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my power than to dwell in the tents of wickedness.
So there you go, man. A day in the Lord's courts is better than 1,000 of your best days in this wicked ass place, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to enter into, man.
God.
All right? And that's the goal, man. That's the end goal, man, to enter into the kingdom, man. So whatever suffering you got to go through, have your mind made up that you're going to endure no matter what it is. And the Lord He's going to be there for us, man. He's going to carry us through this thing, man. We ain't doing this thing alone, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, hopefully this was edifying and exhorting to you hopeful elect out there, man. We're going to end this lesson by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash.
And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam
Yasharallah.
And Abad Ball.
Abad Ball. Shalom
Shalom.
to the elect
Hey, the water for the
of
precepts.
Israel.
God, shalom, shalom.
God, shalom. Woo, we needed it. We needed it, bro.
I'm surprised he ain't cut that